Good morning, and let's take you through the top 5 stocks to watch out for in today's trading session. Well, it's Tata Motors that hogs the limelight as the corner office is all set to fall vacant yet again, as Marc Llistosella, the former Daimler veteran, will not be joining the company now as the CEO and the managing director of their India business. This news came out on Friday. Remember, Llistosella was scheduled to take over the reins of the company on the 1st of July. So the announcement definitely comes as a bit of a surprise. It gives a little bit of headroom, less headroom now for Tata Motors to find a new successor. Do remember the previous successor's term, Butschek, ends in June. So now we'll have to see what happens, because it's not the first time that the CV maker is staring at a leadership vacuum. We understand that in its 30-year history, it has managed without an MD for several years. Watch out, meantime, for Bharat Dynamics. That PSU is in focus on the defense space as they've signed a contract worth 1,188 crore rupees, including GST, with the Ministry of Defense. This is to supply and manufacture the Milan-2T Anti-Tank Guided Missiles. The contract has been signed, and in fact the management of the company said that this is going to give a major boost to the existing order inflows. The current order book position of the company stands at about 9,000 crore rupees. Do remember, they have been focusing on the creation of Atmanirbhar for the defense sector as a whole. Many items as well have been exclusively earmarked for the Indian industry in the negative import list. That's given a major booster to the company and the sector as a whole. Meantime, Voltas, another Tata Group company in focus, they're expecting a strong double-digit growth in the sale of air conditioners this year. This is on account of a buoyant summer as well as the hybrid working model that has been adopted by people in the backdrop of the COVID pandemic. The company has attained the pre-COVID sales numbers during the festival season just last year, and they expect that they will continue with this positive momentum. They're also seeing an increase in the sales of the smaller towns, and the present AC sales in metros and non-metros is in the ratio of 55 to 45, but the company expects that this number is going to be reversed in the future. So they're seeing major growth in these markets. They've opened several brand shops and are expecting strong growth. JSW Energy going to be in focus. They've received an LOA for 450 megawatts of wind capacity from Solar Energy Corporation of India, and we'll be watching out for this candidate. And finally, keep an eye out on Aurobindo Pharma as CLSA has upgraded the stock to a buy from an underperform with the target price at 1,000 rupees, saying that the multiple R&D initiatives will drive long-term growth, and the contribution from injectables is going to increase in the US. The new product launches will sustain growth in the EU.